Hello YouTube and welcome back. My name is Zadarkus and today I'm going to talk about and show you how important communication in the game is, and even shout calling to some degree in solo queue can help you win games that to other degree would have been lost, either because people would just give up, there would be no organization, somebody would tilt, turn out to be toxic, go AFK, whatnot. As you can see, even here at the start, just having a bit of fun, you will see throughout this video how important it is to have the right communication. Before we start actually looking at the game itself and what we did in the chat and with the pings, I want to talk about what I mean with the good communication. I don't mean flooding the chat with nonsense and just throwing out jokes to make people laugh, but using it in a constructive way. Now this game needed that. As you can see, very early in the game our bot lane was starting to die. In many cases people would either just flame each other or just don't talk at all. But you can see that even with a bad start and with a misplay, with 2 kills given to the enemies, the jungler and the bot lane players did talk to each other. I'm not saying that you need to give feedback on all your mistakes during the game, but just seeing this attitude and the elo I am at the moment actually made me think there is still hope. You can see even Master E just giving some information that is actually pretty important for us to know, that Misfortune doesn't have a heal and Brand doesn't have a ignite. Leona has the misplay, she did quite a bit in this game and she's asking sorry, she's apologizing to it, and even so everything is fine and the game continues. Now early on we had a bit of a struggle, even I did some misplays, but that didn't stop us from playing the game and stay as a team, which is pretty rare. Now here there's another example, and this one is actually my fault. Now as you can see, Leona is still a pretty active chat, you can see there's some pings. Overall there was always communication, there's no point in just showing you everything, but I just want you to have a look at the highlights on how you can react and how you can change the mentality of your team, because once you don't give up, of course you need to actually play it correctly, but if you have the right mindset, that's half the way to actually win the game. Most of the games people lose come from tilting, giving up, or just tunnel visioning in the wrong objectives. Now here, as I mentioned, my mistake. I see that I'm getting a ganked, but I didn't expect Brand to come, so I went very cocky and very forward towards the Yasuo. Now Leona tried to help me, of course. He dies, I die, I'm sad, I just say a random and casual like fuck, I messed up, and we get a double kill there for Yasuo and the kill for Brand, who actually also gets pretty fed. Leona there, salty as hell because she was doing more than one mistake during this game, shows us that, but hey, I'm a player, I did a mistake as well. You can see I keep fucking up. Now most people would just flame or would just not talk and start tilting. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, Master E is very direct, I can't do shit against Yasuo now. I'm just saying that I did wrong myself, talking about my position like I mentioned, and we just keep on going throughout the game. Now later on in the game a bit more, even though we were struggling, team kills 4 to 11, but somehow we got 2 towers. Top tower was taken just a second ago, we got this one, and I just want to remember the team that we're doing something right, and you can see it there in the chat, 2 towers, good job, a little smiley face from Master E, and just something to boost up the morale of my teammates. If you think about it, I'm basically being a personal trainer, like when you go to the gym. The guy doesn't do much for you. What he does is motivate you to keep on going and working out. That's what I'm trying to do with my team. Now here my team in the bot lane just won a fight. There were people that are going back to base. So I tell them there are 3 guys in the bot lane. Just push bot. I'm pushing mid. I'm asking assistance to Rumble here, so he helps me push mid. And they do that. Now notice Jinx here. When she had the opportunity to actually push the bot, she went to farm our jungle, and that is something you should not do. When you get an advantage, push for the advantage. He dies and maybe he wouldn't if our AD carry would be with him. Of course, me and Rumble putting pressure in mid, somebody had to defend, and there's the outcome. We get a kill and we get a tower. Same thing could have happened if Jinx actually supported the rest of the bot laners pushing up. Here notice a similar effect. Jinx was going back to base and not pushing, while we had a fight in the mid lane and only Volibear now is alive while still chasing our Rumble. I had to ping the tower for Jinx to actually attack it. Mastery actually comments, and me too, that Jinx macro was bad. She had no danger at that point to push. Notice that this was like 20 seconds before Yasuo actually came. She just stopped the push for no reason. Get the advantage, push for a bigger advantage, make a payout from what you did. Here a little bit later we go as a team, we push up, we actually get the mid tower and the inhibitor here, but I just want you to show that I'm not being cocky and what I'm saying is not a lie. As you can see, actually Jinx there tanking us for the gameplay and for helping her climb. Not that she was useless, she actually helped the team and later on she actually gets the kills that end up winning the game, but the macro was bad, and that's what I mean by shot calling is important. Here for example I do the same thing. It's expected that we go for Baron, so we trap them. We end up having a fight, I split their team, MF ultimate there does hurt quite a bit, but we end up having a good payout with this fight. When I say a good payout, even though we trade kills, it's just making sure that they don't get Baron. As I mentioned, it was very hard this game and we were losing most of the team fights. Here I was having a fight in a place that me as a Nivea enjoy quite a bit thanks to the wall placements. With my walls I can split the team in multiple occasions, and yeah, I prefer to just have time to go back and come than lose the game because we force a Baron and end up dying to them. Thanks to that, after that point they went to defend mid lane and we all get the respawn. Now here I asked my entire team to go top side. This way we are able to contest Baron, and if we go bot side, most likely they can just rush it without us being able to get there. Just one champion with some wave clear enough to defend bot side, and after the Baron buff comes in, pushing would be a pain in the ass. Everybody agrees, as you can see, and we go to push the top side. In the best case scenario, Master E would go split push bot, while we would push top, but having the jungler in the bot side would give us the disadvantage, because if Volibear would come for a Baron, if they would force Baron without Master E being here, we would lose it because we didn't have a smite. Now basically the entire game was what you can see, a little bit of friendly chat, a little bit of shout calling, pings to just catch the attention of people. I pinged champions so they would focus them, I pinged towers, Mastery also gave calls. Everybody just had the right amount of communication to come out of this game. Now if you did notice, before this Baron they actually had a Baron as well, because we actually lost a team fight before this one and they had Baron. Otherwise, as you can see, this is one of those games that gets very easily transitioned into a clusterfuck of a game. Nobody knew what they would do. We weren't the strongest team. We were losing every single team fight. Some of them we kind of survived because I was still playing Anivia and I could use the wall to defend ourselves. Leona could have some stuns, but honestly this is one type of a game that I lost too many times, and here just the right communication, the right mindset actually won us the game. So please, when you play the game, if you know better and if you have an idea of what you should do, even if it's not the best thing 100%, as long as you do it as a team, there's a bigger chance for you to win. My name is Zadarkus and this video was made for you. As always, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, subscribe because it's awesome. And as always, I'll be seeing you pretty soon with a new one. Bye bye.